What you're looking at now is a horrible act. Animals are losing their habitats because of this. Animals and ecosystems and biodiversity are all dying.
Biomes are being destroyed. Ecosystems are collapsing. All due to these horrors of humanity. Deforestation and destruction of habitats is not a joke.
It's time to stop this mass house building. Welcome to our documentary.
We have a big problem. One that is causing animals to lose habitats. One that is causing trees to be cut down. One that is impacting our environment for the worse. It's called houses, agriculture, and overpopulation.
You may think, what is the problem with houses? They create places for people to live in the community. Well, that is part of the problem right there. In Frederick alone, we have seen many communities and neighborhoods pop up over the past few years. But these houses have to go somewhere. Where is that? Well, it turns out that trees and fields have to be demolished in order to make room for these houses.
A big problem we face with deforestation in order to clear room for houses and other agricultural uses is greenhouse gas emissions. Worldwide, forests and trees store twice as much carbon dioxide in them than is found in the atmosphere. When these trees are cut down, that CO2 is released into the atmosphere, which is problematic for us. Around 25% of greenhouse gas emissions is due to deforestation.
We also have to deal with other forms of pollution. Houses use up electricity and other utilities that we may need to burn more coal for at power plants. Additionally, more population means more cars and pollution through smoke. Agricultural runoff and pesticides can further pollute things. Agriculture is responsible for 80% of global deforestation as well.
To see how the building of houses has impacted the people around us and how they think the environment has been impacted, we found some people to interview.
Today I'm here with Ethan Cow, a student at Tuscarora High School. I'm going to be asking him some questions on the housing developments he's seen in his area. So have you seen any housing developments in your area recently, or over the past 10 years maybe?
Yes, I have. At first it started out with just land and crops with the animals living in there, and then after 10 years later, construction workers started to build homes for people instead of buying the land to live on.
Alright, and have you noticed any impacts after that, after you've seen those changes in your area?
Yeah, as new homes were being built, many animals lost their habitat to live on, so they had to move to another location to live. And as the year went on, humans started evading that land over and over again.
Alright, thank you.
I'm here with Keyshawn/Callan, and I have a few questions to ask him. So, have you noticed any housing developments in your area recently?
Yes, for sure, I have.
What impacts have you noticed on the environment around it since then?
Well, I have seen a lot of trees before, but now they're being cut down and the space is getting a little bit smaller and smaller every year. So that is not a good thing for the environment, definitely.
I see. Any other thoughts?
I think maybe we should cut on that and build houses that can hold more people, like apartments, because when we take the environment to build houses, animals are losing their habitats.
Alright, thank you Keyshawn/Callan.
Today I'm here with Mr. Miller. He's a teacher here at Tuscarora High School. He grew up in the area, graduated from Tuscarora High School, so he's lived in the area his whole life. So when you grew up here, did you see any housing developments that might have caused habitat loss in your area maybe?
So in terms of habitat loss, there weren't a lot of huge developments, at least along Boundary Creek Pike here. Those really didn't spring up until I was in middle school, really right as I was entering high school. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with where Elmer Durr intersects Boundary Creek at that circle. When I was coming here, that was actually a stop sign four-way. And then one of the first things they did is they turned it into a circle, and then they put up those two developments right there at the circle. Follow down the road a little, and you go back English Muffin, and they started working on those. And then most recently, they started throwing up the apartments that are across the street here. Across the street used to be farmland, used to have a house, an old tree. I would walk by it, drive by it almost every day. So yeah, pretty much everything between here and that circle there on Elmer Durr meets Ballinger Creek has been completely developed since I was younger. Yeah.
All right. And what do you think some of those impacts of those houses going up might be?
Definitely water consumption in the area. The water table is probably taking a huge hit, just based on the amount of houses. Not that pools are a big thing, but there's plenty of pools in the area now. Plumbing, and just also strain on the what's the word for it? Infrastructure of the area, roads and things like that. A lot more paving has gone up. We've lost all that farmland, which pretty good haven for a lot of different small critters, insects, things like that. They've all gone into development. I'm not exactly sure about the impact on the waterways around here. So if you go over to like Boundary Creek Pike, there's the creek that runs through, or not Boundary Creek Park, that is, and right over by the bridge. I'm sure there's been some, but I honestly don't know enough to speak to it. I'm sure it hasn't been great though.
All right, thank you.
All right, no problem, guys. Pleasure.
Good to see you.
All right, that was good.
All right, thank you. Wow, they sure were making some good points in that video. Now I hope you guys can see the habitat loss and deforestation that happens in our area and how big of an impact it has. We'd like to thank you for watching Dylan and Brad Productions in this documentary. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Home Depot, as Home Depot does not accept timber from the Amazon rainforest. They're trying to help stop and prevent deforestation and all that. We love Home Depot very much.